Clydesdale, and Abigail.
Welcome to Language Students Watching. Today we're traveling through the state of Delaware. Delaware has a couple of things that it's known for. One of the things that can be found in Delaware are horseshoe crabs. Now, they are not really crabs, but they look like a horseshoe crab, and that's why they were called the horseshoe crab. Delaware Memorial Bridge is the longest twin-span suspension bridge. So Delaware has that famous distinction to be known to have the longest twin suspension bridge. Smile if you've ever been to Delaware or if you live in Delaware, students watching. Oh, I see some smiles. Several of you must have traveled up the East Coast. Now we're going to take a look at our punctuation. I want you to notice the different punctuation marks that I have here on the chalkboard. First of all, we have an apostrophe. That looks like a comma in the air. Down here, we have a period. So we're going to be thinking through and applying the rules that we've learned for our periods. These are quotation marks. You have the opening quotes and then the closing quotes here at the end. A question mark we know we use for what type of sentence, Kathleen? Yes, exactly. An interrogative sentence that asks us a question. We have an exclamation point for exclamatory sentences, another set of quotation marks, apostrophe. This one is a comma, so we'll be thinking through and applying our comma rules. Period, question, exclamation, and a comma here. Now our contestants for the first few are going to be Emily, Aiden, Cadence, Carson, Adriana, and Arthur. While they're coming to be ready, we're going to take a look at several sentences. Some are phrases. We're going to look for what is missing and identify the missing punctuation mark that is needed. You know, you can go ahead and turn off the lights for us. Let's have Carson, Emily, you can come to your spots first. Our contestants are going to look for what is missing and then touch the mark of punctuation.
But the touch is no loving feeling.
We have Mom's exact words. Thank you, Deb. Well done. Next, let's have Amaya and Jackson up for our next group of words.
You found your answer quickly. Where does the period need to go?
Monday, November 16th, 2021. What did you find, Amaya? Yes, you found your answer quickly. Where does the period need to go? No, not correct. Jackson?
After 2021.
No, not correct. Students watching? And Tyra? What is it? You're almost there, Jacob.
Before Monday.
Not before Monday, but after Monday, because it's abbreviated. We need a period after Monday because it's an abbreviation. You found the period, but it needs to go after Monday. Thank you, contestants. Let's have Caden and Madison up next for our next group of words. 2160 Bluefield Avenue. Ooh, you were fast to find it. What did you find, Madison?
The period
Need to go.
after the E and Avenue.
Good, and why?
Because Avenue is an abbreviation.
Yes, fantastic job. So we need a period after the E in Avenue. It's abbreviated. Thank you, helpers. You may be seated. Excellent speed and great thinking, Madison. Let's take a look at our next group of words. And what did you choose? What did you choose, Una?
Question mark.
Yes, but there's already a question mark. So what else? Oh, what is it, Una?
Comma.
It's a comma. Why do we need a comma?
Because you're talking to me.
Yes, because I am speaking directly to Ella, so I need that comma after Ella's name. Thank you, contestants. Let's take a look at our next one. Smile when you know which one is missing. Oh, what would you touch? Presley?
The exclamation point.
Yes. Why do we need an exclamation point, Presley?
Because it's showing strong feeling.
Yes, sudden or strong feeling. It's exclamatory. Good. And our last one. Where is Michael? Tyra? Kathleen? It is interrogative, so what do I need, Kathleen? Asa?
Question.
A question mark shows us that it's an interrogative sentence. Now let's take a look at some sentences on the chalkboard, and you're going to help me identify, Josh, where the punctuation needs to go in these sentences. Look at the first one. Thomas said that we should help Mr. Woods clean his yard. Let's start with the punctuation. We also do need to add in some capitalization, but we'll do the punctuation first in the sentence. What is the first mark of punctuation needed, Josh?
Period.
Where?
At the end of the word.
Okay, so we do need one there. There's a few more marks of punctuation that we'll also need in our sentence. Give me another one, Madison.
After Mr.
Good, what do I need?
A period.
Yes, where else does a mark of punctuation need to go? Una. Anything else?
No.
No, you're right. Now, we don't need anything else in the sentence. We don't have an exact quote because what clue word tells us that we don't, Una? That shows us we don't have the exact words. Now let's let's correct the capitalization. Give me what we need to capitalize. Emily?
Mr. Woods and Thomas.
Good. So we're going to do Mr. and Woods and Thomas. Why do we need to capitalize them, Emily? Let's start with Thomas.
Because he's at the beginning of the sentence and it's a proper noun, and Mr. Woods is a proper noun.
Excellent job. And a particular person's name. Look at our next sentence. Mrs. Peterson made peanut butter cookies, granola bars, and chocolate pie. Let's start with punctuation. What is the first thing we need to add? Arthur.
A period after Mrs.
Yes, good. Way to find the first one. What else do we need to add? Aiden. Let's start with punctuation. What is the next mark of punctuation needed? Jacob?
A period at the end of column.
Okay. We do need a period. There's something else we need in the middle of our sentence. Adriana?
You need to put a comma after peanut butter cookies.
Yes. And then what else? What other comma do we need, Aiden? Jacob?
Before.
After what word?
After granola bars.
Yes. And why, Aiden? They're what, Carson?
It's a group of. It's a group of words.
Words in a
Series.
series. The key being series. Now let's think capitalization. Give me the first thing to capitalize, Aiden. Not the first thing. Cadence. Madison. Tyra.
Mrs. Peterson.
Yes, why do we capitalize Mrs. Peterson? Madison?
Because it's a name.
It is a name, particular name. Anything else to capitalize? Cadence?
No.
So let's take a look at our next sentence. Jenny asked, have you been to Rockland, Delaware? Add punctuation. Give me a place. Aiden. What do we need at the end of the sentence? Help him out, Kathleen. Asa. Caden. Anna. A question mark. Why do we need a question mark? Aiden. Yes, it's an interrogative sentence. What other punctuation do I need? Caden.
A capitalization.
We're thinking punctuation. Kathleen. Jimmy.
After Jenny.
Not after Jenny. Presley. Gage.
Rockland.
What do I need after Rockland?
Period.
Not a period. Jimmy. Jackson.
A comma after Rockland.
Good. I need a comma after Rockland. Why, Jimmy?
Because if there's state and the city, then you have to put a comma between.
I do. And there's more punctuation needed. Let's find another mark of punctuation needed. Jackson?
You have to have quotation marks.
I do. Now, before what word, Caden?
Jenny?
Yes. Not before Jenny, though. Presley?
After Jenny?
Not after Jenny. Morgan?
After asked.
Let's think about what Jenny asked. What are Jenny's exact words, Caden?
You've been to Rockland, Delaware?
Yes. So we need a pair of quotation marks before the first word. What is the first word, Morgan?
Have.
Yes. So I will place a pair of quotation marks before the word have. Where does the next set of closing quotation marks go, Kathleen? Yes, at the end. Now, after what? Is it after Delaware or the question mark? Not after Delaware. Gage?
Question mark?
After the question mark. So we'll insert those closing quotes after the question mark. Now, there's another mark of punctuation needed. At the end of the word asked, because we're pausing to actually give the exact words, we need a comma after the word ask. Now let's think about capitalization. Give me the first thing to capitalize. Kaden.
Jenny?
And why?
Because it's the beginning of a sentence.
Exactly correct. What is the next thing, Kathleen?
Rockland.
Okay, Rockland is one thing, but there's something even before Rockland. Gage? Deb?
The H and have.
Yes, the H and have. The very first letter of the first word inside the quotation marks needs to be capitalized. There's also something else that should be capitalized. Gage, what is it? What state are we traveling through today? Amaya?
Delaware.
Yes, Delaware needs to be capitalized. It's a particular place, so we'll capitalize the D in Delaware. Let's take a look at our next sentence. Mom said, tie your shoes before you go out to play. Let's start with punctuation. What is the first mark of punctuation that we need to add? Carly? Lexi? Presley?
After, under the M in mom.
We're thinking punctuation. Una?
After play.
No. Tyra?
After tie.
Let's think about something. Mom is talking in this sentence. Give me Mom's exact words. Carson?
Tie your shoes before you go out to play.
Yes. Now we need to pause after we tell who is talking. So Mom said. What needs to come after said? Una?
A pair of quotation marks.
Yes, we need quotation marks before the first mark, the first word. But there's something else because we're going to pause. We're going to add in a comma after the word said. Then we have our opening quotes. What other mark of punctuation do we need, Tyra? Mom's saying, tie your shoes before you go out to play. What kind of sentence is that, Tyra? What is it? Imperative, right. So what goes at the end of an imperative sentence? A period. So we're going to put the period at the end. But we also need to finish putting quotation marks around Mom's exact words. Where do Mom's exact words end, Lexi? After what word or mark of punctuation? Carly? Deb?
After play.
Yes. And what specifically after play?
A quotation mark.
Okay. But there's something else. Morgan? There's something after the word play. We can't place the quotation marks just after the word play.
Period.
After the period. You have to place them after the period. The period needs to be inside those closing quotation marks. Now let's fix our capitalization. Give me the first thing, Carly. And why? Good. Lexi, what's the next thing to capitalize? Yes, the T in tie is the first word in the quote. Is there anything else to correct? Carson?
No.
No, we're finished. Now, we started with our punctuation today. Sometimes starting with punctuation is the best way to think. Sometimes it may be the capitalization. Choose one, correct all of that, and then you can go on to the next one to think through those details because details are important. Take out your language book and open to page 80. Page 80. Let's take a look at remember at the top. Use quotation marks before and after a direct quotation. A direct quotation is a person's exact words. Underline the words, exact words. The end punctuation goes inside the quotation marks in a direct quotation. So thinking through that, let's take a look at think A. If the end punctuation is correct, you're going to write a capital C in the blank. If the end punctuation is incorrect, you're going to write a capital I in the blank and circle the mistake. So you're doing both parts. Thinking first, correct or incorrect. Number 1, Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Look at the quotation marks. Look at the end. Is it correct or incorrect?
Yeah.
Students watching? And Carly? Lexi?
Incorrect.
It is incorrect. So you also need to circle and the period. Number 2, Ava asked, may I play outside? Look at the quotation marks. Look at the end. Is the question mark in the correct spot? Yes or no, students watching? Dev?
Yes.
Yes, so write a C in the blank. Do not circle anything. Number 3, President Reagan said, within the covers of the Bible are the answers for all the problems men face. Correct or incorrect, Lexi? Correct. So write the letter in the blank and do not circle anything. Number 4, our class called out, welcome back, Mrs. Turner. Look at the quotation marks. Look at the exclamation point. Correct or incorrect, Jackson?
Incorrect.
Yes, so write the I in the blank and circle the quotation mark and the exclamation point. Number 5, Abraham Lincoln once said, the best way to destroy your enemy is to make him your friend. Correct or incorrect, Morgan?
Incorrect.
Good, so circle the closing quotes and the period at the end. Number 6, Christ said to the scribe, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Look at the quotation marks, look at the period. Correct or incorrect, Amaya?
Correct.
So write the letter in the blank, don't circle anything. Number 7, Grandpa asked, would you like to help me plant these flowers? Look at the quotation marks in the question mark. Is it correct or incorrect, Gage?
Incorrect.
Incorrect, so write that letter in the blank and then circle the question mark and those closing quotation marks because we need to fix that. Think B. Use proofreader's marks to insert quotation marks before and after the direct quotations in the following sentences. So all we're thinking through is the quotation marks. You're finding the person's exact words. Put a pair at the beginning, put a pair at the end. You may begin working numbers 1 through 4.
Word of what she said, Asa.
Word of what she said, Asa. Put the opening quotes in front of class. Where did the ending ones go, Arthur?
After the period.
Yes, after the period. Number 4, Matt and Emily yelled, surprise! What is the first word of what they said? Carson?
Surprise.
So the opening go in
after
front
the
of surprise.
exclamation point.
Where do the
Good
closing
thinking,
quotes
think
go,
C.
Josh?
Use proofreader's marks to mark out and quotation marks. So now you're fixing
Yes, after
capitalization
the exclamation
punctuation.
point.
Do
Good
one
thinking,
first.
think C.
Do it
Use
first,
proofreader's
and then
marks
go back
to
to
mark
the other.
capital letters
You
and to
make
insert
numbers 1 and
commas.
2.
And marks and quotation marks. So now you're fixing capitalization and punctuation. Do one first, all of it first, and then go back and do the other. You may complete numbers 1 and 2.